Laon is the capital city of the Aisne department in Picardy, northern France. As of 2012, its population was of 25,317. History. Early history. The holy district of Laon, which rises 100 meters above the otherwise flat Picardy plain, has always held strategic importance. In the time of Julius Caesar, there was a Gallic village named Bibrax where the Remus had to meet the onset of the Confederated Belgae. Whatever may have been the precise locality of the battlefield, Laon was fortified by the Romans, and successively checked the invasions of the Franks, Burgundians, Vandals, Alans and Huns. At the time it was known as Alaudnem Elugdunem Clavatum. Archbishop Remigius of Reims, who baptized Clovis, was born in the Laon, and it was he who, at the end of the 5th century, instituted the bishopric of Laon. Thenceforward Laon was one of the principal towns of the kingdom of the Franks, and the possession of it was often disputed. Charles the Bald had enriched its church with the gift of very numerous domains. In about 847 the Irish philosopher John Scotus Aisne appeared at the court of Charles the Bald, and was appointed head of the palace school. Aisne spent the rest of his days in France, probably at Paris and Laon. After the fall of the Carolingians, Laon took the part of Charles of Lorraine, their heir, and Hugh Capet only succeeded in making himself master of the town by the connivance of the bishop, who, in return for this service, was made second ecclesiastical peer of the kingdom. Early in the 12th century, the communes of France set about emancipating themselves, and the history of the commune of Laon is one of the richest and most varied. Anselm of Laon's school for theology and exegesis rapidly became the most famous in Europe. The citizens had profited by temporary absence of Bishop Godfrey to secure from his representatives a communal charter, but he, on his return, purchased from the King of France the revocation of this document, and recommenced his oppressions. The consequence was a revolt, in which the episcopal palace was burnt and the bishop and several of his partisans were put to death on the 25th of April 1112. The fire spread to the cathedral, and reduced it to ashes. Uneasy at the result of the victory, the rioters went into hiding outside the town, which was anew pillaged by the people of the neighborhood. Eager to avenge the death of the bishop, the king alternately intervened in favor of the bishop and of the inhabitants till 1239. After that date the liberties of Laon were no more contested till 1331, when the commune was abolished. During the 100 Years' War it was attacked and taken by the Burgundians, who gave it up to the English, to be retaken by Charles VII after his coronation. Under the League, Laon took the part of the Leaguers, and was taken by Henry IV. Modern history. At the Revolution, Laon permanently lost its rank as a bishopric. During the campaign of 1814, Napoleon tried in vain to dislodge Blucher and Bülow from it in the Battle of Laon. In 1870, during the Franco-Prussian War, an engineer blew up the powder magazine of the citadel at the moment when the German troops were entering the town. Many lives were lost, and the cathedral and the old episcopal palace were damaged. It surrendered to a German force on the 9th of September 1870. In the fall of 1914, during World War I, German forces captured the town and held it until the Allied offensive in the summer of 1918. Geography. Located in the middle of Aisne, Laon borders with the municipalities of Ornois-sous-Laon, Barenton-Bugny, Chambry, Athis-sous-Laon, Briez-et-Montbéraud, Vosges, Prézels-et-Tierney, Chivy-les-Étouvelles, Classy-et-Thierret, Molinchart, Cerny-les-Boussy, and Besny-et-Loisy. It is 55 kilometers from Reims, 131 kilometers from Amiens, and 138 kilometers from Paris. Population. Sites. The city contains numerous medieval buildings, including the Cathedral Notre Dame of Laon, dating mostly from the 12th and 13th centuries. The chapter house and the cloister contain specimens of early 13th century architecture. The old episcopal palace, contiguous to the cathedral, is now used as a courthouse. The front, flanked by turrets, is pierced by large pointed windows. There is also a Gothic cloister and an old chapel of 2 stories, of a date anterior to the cathedral. The Church of St. Martin dates from the middle of the 12th century. The old abbey buildings of the same foundation are now used as the hospital. The Museum of Laon had collections of sculpture and painting. In its garden there is a chapel of the Templars belonging to the 12th century. One of the oldest churches in the city is St. John the Baptist, in the nearby neighborhood of Vaux-sous-Laon, which dates from the 11th through 13th centuries and is built in a mixture of Romanesque and Gothic styles. Transportation. The town has among the only fully automated municipal cable car system in the world, called the Palmer 2000. It links the upper town with the lower town, has 3 stations and runs on rubber tires. In contrast, the San Francisco cable car system is manually operated, and most other automated cable car systems have restricted operations within airports and hospitals, though another automated cable car called the Minimetro may be found in Perugia. The town's transport company TAL operates also the local bus routes. International relations. Laon is twinned with Soltau, Lower Saxony, Germany, Winchester, Hampshire, England, United Kingdom. Personalities. Laon was the birthplace of Bertrada of Laon, mother of Charlemagne. Anselm of Laon, theologian. Father Jacques Marquette, Jesuit missionary, namesake of Marquette University, along with scores of other institutions and locales in the United States. Pierre Méchain, French astronomer. Jules François Félix Fleury Husson, author and art and literary critic. Florent Rémy, footballer. Gallery. In the media, Laon is featured in the book Pursuit of Parsi by David Moore Crook.